Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How are y'all doing today? It's Saturday morning here, and it's sweet tea time. It's really not Saturday morning. It's actually Saturday at noon. It was Saturday morning, and here's my leftover coffee from this morning. Mama and I've been busy already, haven't we, Mama? Mama's strict. She keeps me on the road.
I don't.
You do, Mama. Keeps me busy.
Keep...
Folks, we're having one of our favorites, and some of y'all asked about us cooking. It's been so hot here. This is our cooking. This is what we have for supper. A lot of nights, isn't it, Mama?
Yes.
But today it's lunch. Look at this beautiful plate of tomatoes. I can't pick it up because it's on a paper plate. I can pick it up. Look at that. These tomatoes are beautiful. These didn't come out of Mama's garden. These come out of the Smith garden. We went to the farmer's market this morning. Miss Smith was down there. She had her beautiful tomatoes, and the Browns was down there. April and Jeff was there, and a gentleman from Lazy Acre Farms was there, and folks from right here in Newcomb, Tennessee was there. I don't even know who else was there, but it was good, homegrown food. They had corn and tomatoes and
all kinds of canned stuff.
And let me show you these right here. I can't wait to try these. I kind of dumped them around. They had them prettier than this. Let me see if I can re-pretty them.
I reckon they did.
Jeff and April Brown, they have a farm up here on Indy Mountain, which is just a quarter of a mile from us. Look at these. These are, look how they kind of have and they kind of look like a peach, but they're tomatoes, and it's called a peach tomato. I'm going to cut into one of those in a little while and see what those are all about. She says they're really good, and I can't wait to try them. But look, don't they look like peaches?
Mm-hmm, little peaches.
Love those. And then these wonderful little, I don't know what to call them. We call them Tommy Toes. Some people call them grape tomatoes. Some people call them, look at these black tomatoes. I love those. These are so good. And the super sweets and the little, these are beautiful. And you know, these are grown right here in our backyard nearly. I mean, literally, not even a quarter of a mile from us. And look how beautiful they are. If you have a farmer's market local, go out and support it.
Yes, please do.
Farmers is what keeps the whole world running, really. And transportation and all that is all a part of it. And if you're near Jellico, head on down to our farmer's market on Saturday morning. You'll probably see me and Mama there. We're there a lot.
Yeah.
We met a lot of new people this morning, and it was exciting to get to see people and enjoy the company. And so if you're near Jellico on a Saturday morning, if you're just passing by on the interstate, jump off the interstate and run on up there to downtown. It's just 2 red lights down, and have a wonderful time at the farmer's market. Homemade jams and jellies, green beans, canned green beans.
Names of baked tomatoes I had never heard of. Names of different corns and stuff, and different
wonderful
beans.
Stuff.
Heirloom beans. We seen those today. I can't think what she called them right now.
That was different. She said there's kind of like white half runners, but that wasn't that.
They didn't have the big beans in them and stuff, but they were really pretty.
So here's our cooking for lunch today. Bologna sandwich with cheese and homegrown tomato. I'm going to put a little JFG salad dressing. Some of y'all asked me about this. You can get this from Amazon because that's where I get it. And just put some JFG salad dressing. They have the mayonnaise, but I like this salad dressing. We love Dukes, and we eat Hellman's. We eat all kinds, but we love JFG for tomatoes, don't we, Mama?
That's what I was raised on, and that's what you was raised on.
I'm raised on. Now, these tomatoes, don't worry about them going to waste. They won't go at all. They will be eaten. We might eat them in an hour, but they'll be eaten. And we don't put our tomatoes in the refrigerator ever, never, ever.
No, it runs.
Even sliced. If we don't eat all those tomatoes, we'll put them in a Tupperware bowl and leave them right here on the counter, and we'll come back and eat them for supper. We don't ever put them in the refrigerator. It takes the taste out of them.
Changes it some way.
It does something. We don't like it. But we're going to have our sweet tea and eat our lunch. And then Mama's got chores. We're going to do some blackberry jelly. I know we're doing that. And we might put some corn up. I don't know. Mama's got all kinds of stuff.
Tomatoes. Jelly and tomatoes.
She's the shift leader. Whatever she tells me to do, I'll do. But so you're going to can tomatoes, Mama?
I've got to work up what we've got in there, so.
Tomatoes are one of those rare things. You don't have to have a certain amount. You can can a quart. You can can a pint. We've canned 2 or 3 quarts, 1 quart, a couple pints. So as you get your tomatoes in, you don't have to wait for them to build up. You can take care of them as they come in. So I guess we will eat our lunch and then
put on work clothes and head out.
Get to work. We'll see y'all in just a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
We'll be right back, Mama. You ain't gonna make this a separate video, are you?
A what?
A separate video.
I don't know. I'm not the cameraman. You are.
We'll be right back. We'll probably just pause this one, and then we'll come back and let Mama cook a while and show you all jelly and how to can tomatoes. A lot of y'all have been asking about that. Tomatoes is one of the easiest things to can.
If you say so.
Now, Mama, you know they're easier than breaking up beans and canning them.
Yeah. It's just a slow process on canning on about anything.
Oh, it's work, but I mean, tomatoes to me is the easiest. You don't have to pressure cook them.
No.
You just, cook them and put them in the jar and get them all good. Great. Just make sure you don't put a bad tomato in there. We'll be right back, folks. Hang on. Okay, let's see what these tomatoes look like. Now here is the tomatoes, I call them, or cherry tomatoes, I guess. And those peach tomatoes. So let's see what this peach is all about. It has not a rough, but it's just not like a silky, glassy, smooth. It kind of feels like a peach with no fuzz. So let's see what is in here. And it peels smooth, or it slices really smooth. Kind of looks like a yellow tomato. Look, there's a little dash of pink in there. I'm excited to see what it tastes like. Mama, you gonna try a peach tomato?
I'll take a little bite.
Well, let's give it a try, girl. There you go. Ready for your approval.
Ready for my approval. That's pink inside.
Let's see what you look like, Mama. You off the
camera.
camera.
I changed blouses because
I know. You better get your apron on. You'll have that blouse all speckled up. Let's see what
these are. It's an old work shirt.
It's smooth. It's textured like a peach on the inside. It's smooth like.
Yeah, and it's you can tell it's not got much acid in it.
It's a low acid. It kind of reminds me of a peach on the outside and the inside both. And
you can taste the tomato, but it's not like a big old deep red one.
No, but it's good. So if acid's not your thing, try you some peach tomatoes. Beautiful. Look at that. Now these are I've heard them called purple or black tomatoes. I don't know what the true name is, but I have seen them when they get just almost black. I guess they're so purple. But look at the inside of them. Is that not beautiful? Mom, you want to try this one?
I think they look more like they're bad.
Oh, they're so good. Well,
that tastes like the real old-timey tomatoes like we used to get when I was growing up.
They're delicious. And here is one of these beautiful yellow tomatoes. These are supposed to be lower acid too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those are good. Those are smooth. Can't beat that. And these are super sweet, she said. Can't wait to try them.
These are all real good flavors.
They're delicious, aren't they? And you can taste a little difference in each one. These are called super sweets.
I'm going to turn into a tomato. Eat a big tomato sandwich and then...
Those are super sweet. They're good. You can taste that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're all a good thing. Look at that, beautiful. I wish we had some artificial ones just to keep on the counter when tomatoes aren't in, and I could feel like I was close to them anyway.
Those would be good in a good fresh salad.
That's what we'll have, Mama. We won't be heating up nothing, but we'll have salad. And look at those beautiful peach. I've never even seen those.
No.
Thank you, Jeff
and they're
April.
pinkish inside, like a pink a little
Beautiful,
bit.
beautiful, beautiful.
And look on the outside here, this one's pink, starting like a peach would be.
Yeah.
And you can feel that little
That's kind of a rough texture.
a fuzzy almost texture to it.
It's kind of neat. We like stuff like that. That's one thing you find at the farmer's market. And then, you might want to grow some of these when you go and you find them. You like it. I think I like that.
I said we found these today that we had never seen, and that one type of beans we had never seen. One type of tomato, what does she call it? A deuce?
A red deuce.
Deuce. I had never heard of those.
And that's what, get one of them over there and we'll show them what they look like.
That's one of them that we ate.
Well, we ate, yeah. Mm-hmm. We ate one of the red deuces, but show them a whole one. I'm sure Jeff and April will have these next year, but I may grow me some seeds, save some seeds out of these because they're so good. Wonderful.
Here's a
red deuce. Look at that red deuce. Now that's a beautiful tomato. Big tomato. Look, it's big as the palm of my hand. We got us some today to can. I don't know what's happened here at the farm. Mama is out there in that garden working all the time, so it ain't lack of work. But our yellow squash just didn't do anything. The cutworm or something got a hold of them because they were beautiful and full of blooms. And we eat a lot of yellow squash. We even eat it raw in salad, don't we, Mama? Mama,
yes,
don't run off.
It's very good.
I can't see you over there. I can't trail you.
I get sidetracked.
She's like a bee on a pollen hunt. She just dabbles here and there. But she is already starting on some tomato canning. Mama, show us, get your tomatoes here. She's got the big tomato bowl out. We call this the big tomato bowl because it looks like a tomato.
I had water.
Oh, she had a little bit of water in there, folks.
That's where I was putting my worst tomatoes.
I've been baptized.
No, that wasn't baptized.
I felt that water.
That was a little sprinkle.
You've seen it here. Now that proves we don't edit nothing, or I would edit that out. It was just a little bit of water would come off the tomatoes where she washed them. But I thought it was an empty bowl. It's so big you can't see. And look here, she started quartering them up, or I don't know if it's true quarters.
No,
It's just cutting them up.
And then cut them in half so they'd just be chunky little.
And she'll peel them. Now a lot of people, and we do, blanch them. Put them in hot water and put them in there. Take a spider, dip under them, get them out. You just leave them in there just a few seconds. But those are really if you have great looking tomatoes.
If you have any spots on them, I do not put mine in that hot water because if you do, I'm afraid, I don't know for sure, but I'm afraid it may run the whole tomato. Get that, send that.
So
I
was making fun of her before we come back on here. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what you get.
That's what I get. That's the payment. Getting drowned with which it was just a half a teacup of
it
water.
It was just clean water. It won't hurt.
I know, but I thought, what if I poured out? What if I poured out here? Here, show them how you cut those up. See, there's
no,
one
that's not washed yet.
Oh, Mama.
Well,
anyhow, she'll show you in just a second. We'll take a pause. But anyhow, she just peels them, and they're peel easy, and she's going to show you her little technique of peeling, and you don't waste any tomato the way she peels them. You want to wash that one and show them?
Oh, goodness.
You know, Mama, she ain't going to do it any way but her way. I'm going to be eating some of these purple or black tomatoes while she works. You think that'll work? I'll be helping her with some tomatoes. I'm going to peel some. If she lets me. Now, she won't let me break up green beans under no circumstance. She acts like she does.
I do let you. All I do is
She don't.
This has got some spots on the top. That's the reason I'm not putting it in water.
Now, Mama, wait just a second. Let's get you set up because they can't see you.
Well, and I'm just cutting them spots off the top, and you can see it's still good. It's not bad. And all I do is just peel it.
She gets under the skin of
I'm
it.
going to cut this one because my fingers ain't hardly good and long enough to hold that good. But I cut out this old core-like part. And then I just take my knife and go under that peeling. Some of them peels better than others. It takes a little while, but
Blanching is easier, but if you got spots or rotted spots especially, you don't want that flavor going through all your tomato.
you won't. If it's just a spot or two, you can cut it off. Smell of your tomato and make sure it's not.
That's what I was making fun of. I said, Mom, what are you smelling for? She said, I'm making sure it ain't rotted.
You can smell the whang, or if it's starting to bad. You know how bad a bad tomato smells, so you can pick it up right off the bat. So
that's Maggie over here drinking water. Maggie, please hydrate.
She has to be on the screen when she knows we're talking like this. She knows we're filming, and she can't be left out of nothing.
Well, she ain't gonna get left out of here. Look at this. I want to change this too. One of the little ladies down there at the farmer's market had these today. There's a Maggie. Look at that little schnauzer, and here's a little dog bone. And these are little dog treats, homemade.
She baked them this morning.
One of them's bacon.
The bone is bacon, and the dog should be peanut butter. You should be able to tell.
I smell it. It smells like a peanut butter cookie. Look at that little Maggie. Maggie, you want a little?
You had to put the film the camera down. I'm gonna move out of the way.
I'm gonna let Maggie have her little treat here. Here, honey.
Oh Lord, she ain't gonna taste of that. She's swallowing it whole.
Well, it's Maggie approved. It's Maggie approved.
Oh, I'll have to go. Oh, she's not going to be down there next week. I start saying we'll have to go buy Maggie some more then.
Maggie loves a good treat. And thank you all that have sent her the, well, my mind just went blank. I guess I get baptized. Pepperonis. And what we do is we keep a pepperoni in this little jar. And it sits on the counter right by the centerpiece here. And look here. That's Maggie's treat. So we keep these right here. So while we're eating whatever we eat, I'll just reach over here and get one of these and give it to Maggie. And she thinks they eat pepperonis every day. That's all they ever feed me off the table. But she loves to eat. And so we've got her little pepperoni treats right here. And then these little treats. I'm going to save this one for supper time, honey. You can have this one later. It's not fair. She knows what this jar is. So she's seen me. So I'm going to give her one because it just ain't fair not to now that she's seen it, is it? Here, baby. Aww. She is definitely the queen of the castle. She loves her pepperonis. Oh, that's a Johnny.
Now you go wash your hands.
Yes, ma'am. There you go, honey.
And this is my tomato. I've cut it in half because it's so big, and I can't in there. I guess it's in there. I can't see. And it just all the peelings off, and then I just take it, and I don't fool with them, tarry with them. And I've got it cut in half, and I just more or less chunk it, and it cooks faster if you leave it that way. Some people put some up whole and all that, but I don't like the big hunks in it when I'm making my soups that much.
And we use this for chili too.
Yeah, I put it in chilies and soups, macaroni and tomatoes. Lord, I love that.
Oh, mercy. That's one of my favorite things.
Love macaroni and tomatoes.
We need to make some, Mom.
You can't mention nothing around you. You want it.
Well, can you blame me?
No.
I'll move Maggie's treats back. I know you probably don't want her treat over here.
Well, it's not nasty, but it's just the thoughts of it.
I would probably eat them. They smell so good. I won't though, Maggie. Maggie's like, you better not eat my treat.
That woman makes awful good banana bread and cinnamon bread, and it's beautiful. And she makes a lot of canned stuff.
I threatened to make some Maggie treats out of homemade stuff, but Lord, I didn't ever get the stuff to do with.
But Maggie loved that.
Yeah, you'll get some more of them, baby, when we get back to the market.
She won't be there next week. She told me she's going to have to be somewhere else, so that feels a little rough there. I don't want to put it in there. So right here is all I do. That's that big tomato. I would usually hold it, but I can't hold that whole big tomato in my hand and handle it. So that's it, and I'm getting ready to get some more peeled and get it done. So
And I'm going to go wash my hands as directed. But I would have anyway on my problem.
I know you would, because you're too picky.
And then I'm going to help her peel up some. And then we'll come back and cook up some. So y'all hang on and we'll be back with some good tomato cannon. Well, I wasn't sure what I would get to do, but I know I'm going to be able to peel the tomatoes for the cannon. But I do have a chore. Mama trusts me just barely enough to cut the rotted spots off and core them, and then she will smell them and
Gonna kill you.
she will smell them and cut them up to suit herself because she. I said, Mama, here, let me have that. No, I'll just cut these. I said, that's what I just said. And you said, no, you can cut them up. And you see how far that. She says, well, here, cut the bad spots off and core them. And then I'll finish them. I said, you'll check my work and then you'll put me, yeah.
I'm going to cry tomorrow. You're making me laugh too much.
So, that's my job. Cutting all the bad spots off. Just like that. And I'm going to core them. And the core, it's not a very deep core, but you just kind of go down in there around that core and get it out. It's a little hard spot.
You don't want to eat it.
No, because it's kind of a hard little part of the stem, I guess.
It's where it grows out.
Where it grows out. And so there's a little core. And you'll see this white stuff down in there. I like to cut that out too because that's kind of like extra core.
I'm going to, if you'll give me a minute, I'm going to go get my tomato that I showed them the other day. That I was going to root, that I broke off the top with that morning glory.
Oh, what'd you call them now?
Suckers, but this wasn't a sucker. This was
a top.
I broke it when I pulled that morning glory down. So if they'll give me just a second, I'll show you.
Mama, do you take all the time you need, even if it is like 30 seconds?
Oh, I rushed to 30 seconds.
What makes you think you're on a timer? She don't want to tie y'all up all day showing you a tomato plant. So I'm just taking the bad spots off, and I like it this way better because you don't want to let a bad tomato get in there. So I would want Mama to check them anyway, but don't tell her that. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, and I heard you. Okay, I showed you a tomato the other day that I broke. I don't know if you can see me. And I'm going to take this out of here. That one didn't survive. Some will and some won't. But right here is what I want to show them. Can you
come closer?
Well, I can't want it over my good tomato.
Well, this is a tomato.
Bad tomatoes. And you'll see right there all of those roots. It's a piece of peppermint on it. See all those roots? And you can set that in the ground, and where that was broke, I've saved it.
So that was the top
that I broke, and I got it up there, and it's got all of those good roots on it. So I'm going to take it out there.
And that's a piece of peppermint that's been there over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So this is just some spearmint ones.
Spearmint.
And see, it'll root too. So see how I just cut those off, and isn't nature amazing? It wants to live. And so this is just a piece of spearmint. Was broke off, and it's rooting. And all you have to do is stick it in some water. And that's been in there for over 2 weeks.
And
That's spearmint. It smells so good.
And this is another one that I kind of broke. And then those others off. And I've got them in water. And you see, I broke that top because it's got blooms. But I just put them in there, and they've not made yet.
But they're starting. You can see little baby
Buzz coming
You can
up.
see it coming on right here. And so they'll be rooted. And what Mama will do, she will take those out and plant them. And we'll have what we call here's your spearmint. We'll have late tomatoes. And they'll be just like a tomato plant. So I think that nature's amazing. Mama, I don't know if this tomato's got a drop of good in it.
We'll just get rid of it. Just let over like that. Is that in mowing our yard?
Yeah.
I got the water hose out in the yard.
Well, and there's your friends calling. We've had a lot of phone calls here lately. That's the way it goes when you're trying to get the videos going. Then other people want to talk to you, it seems like. And there is a beautiful
That
tomato.
little feller's one up on me. He's done got the water hose out the yard.
They're good, Mama.
I know they're good.
So you left the water hose out? I thought we weren't allowed to do that, Mama.
Well, I was watering my little bed out here.
You was going to water it again, wasn't you?
Yes, sir, I was.
I keep the water hose when I do.
I know you roll yours up every
Because
time.
I know my mama would fuss if I left that water hose across the grass and it killed a big yellow streak across the lawn.
Well, I left it out last night, and
You thought she was going to just leave it out for one day.
yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
it was getting late, and I was getting dark.
Now this little part on the bottom, I don't dig down in it because it's just smooth on there. And just smoothly take it off.
I've washed my hands good, so I won't.
What, you had a tomato plant?
I handle that plant.
All right, Mom, I'm stacking up tomatoes on you.
Well, I was a socializing and stuff.
If you can, if you got a good, and a lot of times Mama cans those little bitty round tomatoes. They're about the size of a good baseball.
Those are Rudikers, and
Rudikers.
they're not good canning tomatoes.
And they usually don't have a lot of spots on them. They don't get bad, do they, Mama?
Well, you
Mama,
just let
that
it
goes to the heart.
Oh, let that go.
That's not
See,
good.
that looked really good, and you didn't know that it was.
Yeah, I was don't go with that one either. Okay. Now this one's gonna be a good one, I can tell.
Watch it be like that. Now.
It's got a little soft spot right there. That's all it has. I'm feeling good about this one. This is a keeper. This one will be in some soup. Now, I said earlier we use these in chili, but now I'll tell you a little secret. Mama and I don't always put home canned tomatoes in chili.
We don't since we ain't been getting them, but we always did.
We used to, but if you think about it, all the spices and all the flavoring you put in chili, you don't really taste tomato. So, even though it sounds good, I put homegrown tomatoes in there, you don't really get that flavor going a whole lot of homegrown. So what we do is we use canned tomatoes for our chili a lot of times, which is we get a good brand, it's store brand. It's a good, we've tried it and we like it. So it's not really a brand thing. It's just, if you try a brand and you think, well, I like that one, that's what we use. So we use that in our chili because it's spicy and it's flavorful and it's got chili powder and all that stuff, and tacos and those kind of things. But when you're fixing homemade vegetable soup, there's nothing any better than a fresh can of tomatoes in it. Or you're fixing goulash, or you're fixing macaroni and tomatoes. Oh my, you can't beat a good homegrown tomato in those. But if you're not gonna, it's kind of like the mayonnaise situation. You know, I say if you're going to do a mayonnaise, make it a good mayonnaise. If you're going to taste it, but if you're making a dressing sometimes, you can use it a little different kind. But that's just my opinion. So, it all depends on what you're doing with it. I always use good, clean product and in-date product and all that. But as far as the brand, it ain't always the brand. A lot of brands sell to other brands and they're just sold under a different name. So, don't always be hung up on brand about everything. So folks, what we're going to do, this video is already at 30 minutes. So we're going to close this one out. Y'all see what we're up to. And we're going to come back and then we'll finish the whole tomato process in its own little video. So we'll take you from start to finish on it. But this is just what we're up to today. Getting ready to get some good tomatoes in the jar. So, Mama, let's say goodbye on this one. Now, Mama will want me to tell y'all we'll be back in the same clothes, so the videos may be 2 days apart, but it's the same day, really. Y'all make you some memories today. Have some fun. Get out and do something good. Go to your local farmer's market and see what they got going on down there. Farmers make the world go around, and we're so thankful for them. We appreciate them. So, and we're going to finish up this, and then we'll show you how to can them in another video. So, look for the next one. I'll title it Mama's Canning Tomatoes. All right. Say
goodbye, Mama, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.